You know what? I can't believe how in-depth lighting can be. It's crazy. There's like a ton of stuff to learn and it can get insanely expensive. So that's actually why I'm making this video, is to show you how to get professional looking lights and save you a bunch of money in the process. But you know, I've been spending a lot of time trying to understand lighting and trying to get the best colors and clarity out of my videos. And I'm finding out that there's actually a lot more to proper lighting than I thought. Especially when I think about how there was once a time when I used to just pop on the lights in the house and start shooting videos. And I never really thought about how the colors looked or the way the lights were positioned or any of that stuff. But after a while of shooting videos like that, and from looking at other people's videos on YouTube, I started to realize that my skin tones were way off. And they were coming out red and blue, and I looked like some kind of crazy alien. And that's what really bugged me. And actually, at that point, I probably should have just given up and stopped what I was doing and went out and bought some pro lights. But it started getting interesting learning all the stuff that I was researching. And also I was curious to know if there was a cheaper way to get quality light without going the whole pro route. So I figured, why not just keep on learning and then put it out there and share it with my viewers, and hopefully I can save you the headache that I had to go through. So keep in mind while you're watching this video that I'm still nowhere close to being an expert in this field, but hopefully this video will save you some time and maybe even a little bit of money, seeing how I ended up wasting a lot of money on several lights that turned out to be just horrible lights. So first of all, what I've learned is something that's a complete no-brainer, and that's that professional lighting is very expensive. I know everybody realizes that, but that's actually what got me thinking if there was a way to buy light that was cheap but still produce quality light. Oh, and by the way, those lights that say they simulate the natural sunlight kind of stuff, they don't work for video purposes. They always seem to put out this like bluish tint. Unless you know what kind to look for, then they actually might work. But really, when the package claims that it's just like natural sunlight, you never question what color of sunlight because you just assume it's normal sunlight. But after this video, try taking a piece of blank white paper outside during different parts of the day, and you'll notice that the paper isn't actually white. It's kind of interesting. Oh, and you should also know that depending on the quality of your camera, and if you have cool features like custom setting controls and picture styles and things like that, that can also change the color temperatures of your videos. So don't freak out if you have really good lighting but you still can't get the right colors, because that's actually what used to drive me crazy looking at other people's videos like Freddie Wong or Luke Newman. But those guys, I think, actually went to school to learn this stuff. So, you know, that in itself will play a big part in the quality of your videos and the fact they know what they're doing, as opposed to me, who's just kind of winging it and trying to figure stuff out as I go. So anyways, without going real in-depth on everything, because like I said, there is so much stuff to learn, I'll just try to keep things simple so you can understand at least what to go shopping for. So let's just start with color temperatures. Now, what I'm understanding, because again, I'm learning here still, is that light bulbs can come in different color temperatures. And depending on the type of look that you're going for in your videos, that will decide which color of bulb you should buy. And I don't mean like the color of the light bulb glass, like those orange or purples and all those crazy colors. I mean the color of light that the bulb produces. Now, the easiest way that I've come up with for trying to figure out what the color of the light will look like is by imagining how the sun is rising and setting. Like depending on where the sun is at throughout the day and how the color of light outside will change. So for instance, as it rises, it starts off with like different shades of red and then goes into white and then into blue, and then finally the colors change as the sun sets. Again, I'm not an expert here, so I'm hoping I didn't mess that up too bad. Probably did, hope not. But this is kind of an example of what helps me at least visualize what type of color and mood that I'm going for in my videos. But the only main temperature that I've been focusing on so far is the one that I feel gives the most natural skin tones, you know, in my opinion anyways, and that's 5500 Kelvin. Now some people like 5200, some like 6500, but I think 5500 works best for me. 6500 is just a bit too much for my taste. Oh, and also make sure you're paying attention to the lumens. Now the lumens are the amount of light that the bulb produces. And yes, having a lot of light is a good thing for these digital cameras especially, but it is possible to have too much light and you can actually overexpose your subject, which makes things look really washed out, and it'll be real difficult to pull the colors back in post-production. So using a softbox can also help in this situation by kind of spreading out the light so it looks a little more even. So when you're shopping for lights, there's a few different options you can go with, and I'll just start with the least expensive route from, what I've seen anyways. So if you shop around at places like Walmart or Home Depot, places like that, you can find what's called CFL light bulbs. Those are those curly looking things, and you can pick them up for about 10 bucks. Some may be a little bit cheaper, some are a little more expensive. It's just kind of depending on whatever wattage you need. Now the only problem is that from what I've seen, these stores only sell the 6500 Kelvin lights. But just check the package and see what the temperatures are like, and maybe if you find something that's even better than that, leave a comment below and fill us in on where you got it from. Another option you have is to check on Amazon for professional light bulbs. I think the company's called GSI, and they have a 105 watt bulb that puts out 525 watts of light for 25 bucks. It's a photography grade bulb, so it'll work great for video, and it's that nice 5500 Kelvin I was talking about. Now there's also several other bulbs that vary in size on Amazon, so you might want to search those out and see if that's a better route than going the whole Walmart, Home Depot way. Then a third option you can do is to break down and buy some professional lights. And like I said, yes, they can get expensive, but I spent a lot of time looking for the least expensive route, and I found these 2000 watt lights from ePhoto.com. So I picked up a set for myself. 5500 Kelvin temperatures, soft boxes, light stands, and only 170 bucks. Pretty good deal. Plus having everything adjustable like that makes it so much easier to shoot video. So these are 3 different options you can take a look at, and also 3 different price options, kind of depending on what your budget is. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to lighting. There is still a lot of little things that can affect your videos. But doing your research will help you at least correct the big problems. Everything else kind of depends on just how picky you are with perfection. So if you like videos like this one and you want to learn more cool tips for building up your internet business, then please go to my site at charlesrivera.com. You'll find a ton more videos and a lot of cool stuff there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.